Hey everyone, Sylvia here. This is the second part of the 6-part JavaScript tutorial series for beginners covering data types. And in this video, I'm covering the numbers data type. This includes any arithmetic operations like addition, division, subtraction, multiplication, as well as some special number types that I think you'll find interesting. So with that said, just pull up your JavaScript console tab and we'll go from there. Okay, so if you haven't done so already, you can pull up the numbers.js script, which are the examples that I'm going to go through in this video. I have that saved in my GitHub link below. So let's focus on the console log, and we'll go and provide some arithmetic operator example. Like I had said before, we are going to cover addition, subtraction, multiplication. Multiplication is done with an asterisk in JavaScript, and the / is done to represent division. So keeping those operators in mind are important when trying to use those operators to compute values. In this example, we'll have 50 plus 3, which outputs 253. Same 50 minus 3, we'll have 47, and 50 times 3 is 150, and 50 divided by 3 is 16.666. One thing that I thought was important to cover is the precedence of orders coming from division and multiplication first, and then addition and subtraction. And what that means is basically, for example, we have 25 / 5 times 2. And in this case, the way JavaScript reads this, because division and multiplication are both on the same level of precedence, what JavaScript's going to do is actually read this expression from left to right. So we should have 25 divided by 5 executed first, which is 5, and 5 times 2 is 10. So as you can see, it read it from left to right. Again, if we were to use parentheses like 25 divided by 5 times 2, this expression is basically the same as the one above, where 25 divided by 5 is going to be executed first, and then times that by 2, which will get 10. Another example is 25 by 5 plus 2, and since the multiplication takes precedence over the addition, we'll actually have this compute as 127. Now the same goes for addition and subtraction, where in this example we'll have 10 minus 5 plus 5. And since addition and subtraction also have the same level of precedence, this expression is also going to be read from left to right. So we'll have 10 minus 5 be interpreted first, which is 5, and 5 plus 5 is 10. The same rule applies if we were to add the parentheses to the first two numbers, and we'll get 10 as well, because these parentheses are just showing, they're just saying, read these two numbers first before computing the 5. And if we were to have the same numbers, but the parentheses located at the last two numbers, we'll actually have these two numbers read first. So that's 10 minus 10, which is a 0. In the special number section, I wanted to cover 3 different operators or number types. And the first one I wanted to cover is modulos. They are represented by the percentage symbol, and it basically computes the remainder of an expression. So for example, if we've got 100 with 10, it's going to grab the remainder of this expression, which is 0, because 10 into 100 doesn't have a remainder. Same goes with 10 divided by 8. Oops, 10 divided by 8. The remainder for this would be 2. This is an important symbol to consider because you'll see it around in JavaScript. So just know that it's meant to get the remainder of an expression instead of dividing it, because it can get tricky. You can confuse the both rather quickly. So the next one is infinity, and this is kind of self-implied. Infinity is just it's technically a number type. So if we were to go like to console log and ask JavaScript what is the number type of infinity, it is technically a number, but it doesn't represent an exact number. So if we were to, for example, do infinity minus 800, we'll just get infinity. Infinity minus 10, we'll get it again. So this is one other number type that is special out there, and it doesn't exactly have an exact mathematical value to it. The last one I thought was important was not a number, which is NaN, and I actually cover a example of this in my last tutorial for booleans. I'll have a link on the upper right for that if you want to view it. But basically not a number is also technically a number type as well, but it doesn't output a definitive result. For example, 0 divided by 0 would output not a number, as well as infinity minus infinity, because we have two undefined data sets trying to be computed, and there's just not a number that gets resulted out of that. Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. It was just a basic overview of the arithmetic operators, as well as some special numbers to consider that don't exactly act like normal numbers, and I think were important to be aware of. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up or subscribe, and I'll be producing some more tutorials down the line.